Hey, it's Open Those Real Thoughts. It's been the craziest 1 week and a half of festing at LA Film Fest. I watched so many great films ranging from narratives to documentaries to music videos to shorts. But here I am about to list for you the top 5 films that I saw at the fest that were the best. Starting with, let's just jump right in with number 1, The Overnighters by Jesse Moss. It got rave reviews at Sundance when it premiered, and it is basically about the booming oil industry and how these desperate and jobless men flee to North Dakota in hopes to work in the oil fields and are met with dead ends, and about the pastor who basically just risks everything, his family, to his job, to his reputation and his community, to help these people. It's one of the most powerful, profound, heartbreaking stories, especially about the post-recession age, and it is one of the most best representation of the harsh reality of America today. Number 2, Out in the Night, a documentary by Blair DeRoche Wathers, which is about a group of black lesbian women who were harassed one night, and in self-defense they jabbed a guy with essentially like a butter knife, and in return they were convicted of attempted murder, which led them to be in prison for up to 11 years. So it tells you this harrowing story about these group of women who are faced with racism, homophobia, and all this other sexism all around. The 3 biggest things that you can be in a minority group, and they were convicted, and tells you about the fucked up justice system that we are facing today. And this particular story came so close to my hit so close to my heart, and I really just felt every little bit. I think it's a very important story, especially because this issue is so ubiquitous all around, and it's just important to kind of share that and really try to create a change. And I really love this film. Number 3, which is one of the lightest films of this bunch, which is Frank. It premiered at Sundance this past year, and initially I was like, I don't want to watch this movie, especially considering it's about a guy who wears a fake plastic head on his head, and I just thought that was really bizarre as a premise. But surprisingly, I really loved it. It's about a guy, an amateur musician, a wannabe musician who joins a band with the leader, played by Frank, played by Michael Fassbender, who wears the giant head, and he never takes it off. And amazingly, it was this honest, really heartfelt, fun, imaginative, eclectic journey movie about what it takes to really make music and art, especially in this day and age where we are so inundated by social media, social presence, and kind of always trying to put us out there, and what it really truly means to be an artist. And I really appreciated it. I loved every character in this. Maggie Gyllenhaal freaking kills it, and it's just a really fun summer movie. I definitely recommend it for everybody, and I was pleasantly surprised. Number 4, which is one of the most interesting documentaries I have seen as of lately, which is The Life and Mind of Mark DeFriest. Mark DeFriest was sent to jail for 4 years for a petty theft, which was a huge misunderstanding considering that he stole his dad's toolbox, which was initially his. And so he was sent to prison, but he has been in prison for 30 plus years because of numerous prison breakouts, escapes, and just shittiness. And so it includes stunts like spiking the coffee with LSD of his prison guards, as well as making illegal contraband out of literally nothing. I don't even know how he does it. He's initially a genius, and it also shows a devastating yet bizarre and interesting portrait of a man who has been fucked over by the justice system, as well as just a presentation and showcase of their treatment, their ill treatment of mentally ill patients. And so it really is such a sad story, but it is really interesting to kind of see this, what's going on in his head and why he continues to do what he does and the life he's led so far, and just a tragic story by a guy who probably doesn't deserve to be in prison and could have been like the next Albert Einstein if he had been out in the world doing good rather than being caught up in the prison life. And so it's just so amazing. I really loved watching this film. It was just completely captivating, and I hope he gets out soon. Number 5, which is the last film, and surprisingly another story about prison. I think I just like stories about prison life. This one is called Startup, about an explosive and violent teen who gets transferred to an adult prison, and he finally meets his match there, which is his father. And so we have this powerful, grim story about a father and son, as well as a look into prison culture and male behavior. It is magnificent, engrossing, and just all around fantastic filmmaking, especially with the explosive and just outstanding performance by Jack O'Connell, who plays the main guy, and he's just so utterly just fantastic. I could not stop looking at him, and it was just an amazing story, amazing dynamic, and it really tells you how this hell that we call prison, how it is equally hellish for prisoners and workers alike, and how they are both facing their demons. And it's just such a powerful story. So another great prison story that I definitely recommend. So there you have it, folks. Those are the top 5 films that I saw at LA Film Fest. Like I said, I saw so many others like Snowpiercer, The Two Faces of January, which were both fantastic. But these 5 films were just the cream of the crop, just the best that I saw at the festival, and I definitely recommend them. If you do see them, and if they do come out within the year or two, definitely let me know what you think, or what you want to see or don't want to see, and just let me know your thoughts. I always love hearing your perspective on these festival films. And so definitely check out my website, www.sosrealthoughts.com. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever else. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate every one of you guys. Love you guys tons. Alright, bye!